today with John and Bob, doing a walk from Ingram Valley. The plan is to go to Linhope Spout and then up to the top of Hedgehope. Maybe have lunch at one of the crags around there and then just take it from there. Nothing set in stone what we're doing today. This isn't an area I normally come because it's quite a touristy area, but I thought given the weather at the minute it mightn't be so busy. There's a few cars in the car park, but haven't seen too many people so far. Weather's not bad, it's a little bit icy. Probably going to be windy up at the top of Hedgehope, but hopefully it'll be frozen enough so that it's not going to be really deep mud. So I'll probably bring you back when we get to Linhope Spout. We're just about arrived at Linhope now. Over there, I think that's Cunyon Crags. I might go there later, I'm not too sure. There's a stone circle down there as well, which I've been to in a previous video. Could have potentially parked a little bit further along the road today, but coming up in front of us is a sign that says you can't park any further along here, so not been a bad little walk along here. About a mile and a half so far. Not a bad morning so far. Little did I know we could have parked right along here and avoided a bit walking along the tarmac. I think that's a Cushat Law and bloody Bush Edge in front. Pretty sure. We'll be heading over to the right once we get around this bend. And these few Cunyon Crags over there. The sky's looking a bit ominous over there. Forecast is for showers later on this afternoon, but nothing too dramatic. There we go, not far now. Not sure that you can see those standing stones over there. I did a video once and somebody said they were fake. Just like a kind of modern edition. Possibly go and have a look at them later on. Very cold wind now, probably about 1 degree or something like that. I think it's going to be wild on top of Hedgehope. Just realised Bob's got his fail raven pants on, so hopefully there's not a light shower later on, or otherwise you'll get soaked. It's a little turn off here to Linhope Spout. Down this track, and I'm going to actually backtrack on ourselves to take the track up to Hedgehope. Last time I went across country it was a bit rough. I think that's called Great Stain Drop or Stand Drop up there, that little crag. The waterfall is obviously down the bottom of the valley there. Those showers that are forecast for later on today could potentially be snow up there, but we'll see when we get there. I doubt we'll be hanging around up there long because I think it's going to be very windy. I think I've mentioned before in the video I get really cold hands when I'm walking, so I bought these a Cooper, I think that's how you pronounce it, pocket warmers. It's basically 2 power banks and 2 pocket warmers that kind of snap together, so you can charge your phone from them, etc. And I've got them in my pocket today, just on the very lowest setting, and I must admit they're really warm. Had them on the top setting earlier on, and they were red hot in my pocket. I think you get about 10 hours or something on the lowest setting, but I'll have a look at the specification when I get back home. But so far I'm quite impressed with them. It's the first time I used them, so far so good. Right, we've arrived at Linhope Spout. I thought it might have been a little bit more frozen than it is today, but it's warming up. I think it's warmed up significantly from what it was during the week. Not too bad today. I guess once all the snow starts melting during this week, it's going to be massive by Tuesday or Wednesday. I think this is River Breamish. Could be wrong. That was quite icy coming down here. I managed to safely. a dip and that's okay, that's for sure. If you've lost your dog leash after the Linhope Spout today, I've left it hanging on the signpost there. It was down the bottom by the waterfall. Did see some people with 2 dogs before, but no sign of them anywhere, so it's on the post if you want to come back for it. We've just walked up the main track from Linhope Spout. We're just taking this right hand turn here. The top of Hedgehope. I think that's, is that called Dunmore Hill? I think that's Dunmore Hill. Still looking quite bleak on the top. Just enjoying the last of the views. It's a great stay and drop, looks like it might be a nice wild camping spot. Not long going to be stuck in that low cloud. Wind's picking up. I think we chose the right day to come up here today because it's going to get warm next week. It's relatively firm underfoot, but I think by Tuesday this will just be an absolute swamp. Should be more frozen as we get further up. Just looking back down the valley. Right in the far distance there, I think that's Simonside Ridge. I think it is. It's getting quite wild up here now. The wind's blowing at about 20 miles an hour, and as you can see the wind chill is about -6, and that's before we reach the summit, so I'll check again once we get up the top. It just shows how the weather conditions can change suddenly. It's quite pleasant down in the valley bottom, but up here on the flanks of Hedgehope it's absolutely wild. So we've got to be prepared for whatever conditions the weather might throw at you. Fortunately the ground's still nice and firm and we're not sinking every other step. There's John and Bob just off up the front there. I'm sure they'll be having a good moan about this later on. I won't catch up with them now and see what they want to say. Well, not too far from the summit now. Conditions obviously getting worse the higher we get. Full respect to anybody who's out running the Montane Spine Race. It's been running all week and the last competitors will probably be coming over the border ridge past the 2 refuge huts today, so full respect to those guys. Must be tough as old books for sure. I'm wearing my Montane Extreme jacket today, which so far I'm very impressed with. Keeping the wind out, keeping the cold out. If anything, it's too hot even in these conditions. One thing I would like to see on it for future is an internal pocket, or keep my GoPro batteries, power bank, etc. Maybe that's something I can add myself at some point in the future. But that's for one bit of feedback to Montane. Fit an internal pocket on the Extreme jacket. Here is over the wind noise, but any second now Hedgehope summit will be appearing out of the mist and the low cloud. Don't think Bob's enjoyed the walk up here, but I'm at the top now and we'll head straight back down. Hope this cairn will be at the top. Just check the wind speed before, it was 28 miles an hour. Wind chill was 8.5 degrees, so I think I'll check it. minus 7.5 at the minute. Speed currently about 27, 28. I'm sure it'll be stronger than some of the gusts. Right, we're eventually down out of that wind. It's still a bit breezy here, but nothing compared to what it was on top. Not too bad at all walking along now, but there's some really deep drifts, some really deep holes, well over your knee. It's Bob's been down more times in Sunderland coming down here, but not far to go, and we should be on more solid ground, he says, as he nearly goes down a hole. Go on, Bob, you can do it.
Watch out.
Ah, spiky that, huh? Yeah.
Dracula spike.
Ooh. Right, so we're just walking around the side of Dunmore Hill. Not too sure how far it is to Cullion Crags, but hopefully it's not far because I'm starving now. Slight view opening back up over there. I think that's gosh, that long bloody bush edge over there. Simon Side Ridge right in the distance. That's where I just came from. Some massive holes here. John and Bob have been down a couple of times. I don't want to tempt fate, but I haven't been down yet. But there's still time. Right, we're just passing the summit of Dunmore Hill now. This track from Hedgehope to Cullion Crags seems to be going on forever and ever today, but I'm hoping that when we get over this brow in front, it should appear on the left hand side. The view's just gone again because we've got a little bit higher back into the cloud base. But I think by the time we drop down to the crags it should be in the clear again. Could see Langley Crags over there before, but the clouds covered them now. At long last, Cullion Crags just appeared out of the clouds. Whew. Absolutely starving now, so we'll find somewhere nice and sheltered in there on the eastern side. Have something hot for lunch. Views are just starting to open up again. Been quite a tough walk this, mate, but I was surprised. Not sure how many miles it's going to be. I reckon 14 or 15, but I'll check at the end. Car's over there somewhere down Ingram Valley. There's Johnny Boy, forgot his can opener. We're just leaving Cullion Crags. There's a nice sheltered spot for lunch. As always, once you stop, when you've been walking, you get cold, so we're heading downhill now, pick the track up, and hopefully it'll warm back up soon. I guess it's just all the sweating that in your body cools down as soon as you stop. I checked the temperature when we're having lunch, it was only half a degree, and obviously wind chill on after that. So we're going to pick the track up down here, take a right and head back to the road, and walk back to the car. It's been quite an enjoyable little walk this. Right, that's us back on the road. Done 12 miles so far, and there's a mile or two back to the car. Been quite a nice day. Weather hasn't been too bad, it's a little bit wild on the top, but it adds to the fun. So as always guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch up with you on the next one. Thank you. The giraffes.